Hey everyone, this is Dr. George Birnbach. Welcome. And this is a Love from 5-Star message. So in 5-Star Management, we're surrounded, as you know, by some of the best, brightest chiropractors in the profession. And we love working with all these doctors. But every now and again, people call me up and they ask me for scripts or they ask me for sound bites because they're feeling a little tongue-tied. And so what I want to go over with you is a simple way to think about the 3 stories you always need to be able to tell. Now, there are other versions of these stories. One would say, I want you to document your process in the profession, your process through a chiropractic program or a nutrition program or a neurology program or a weight loss program or a laser knee case program. And that's an important story to have. Another important story to have would be, do I have research that I can go back to as a known standard? And that's a good story to have. But this is not what we're talking about today. We're not just talking about your story, right? Your process story. We're not talking about a research story. What we're talking about today are 3 stories that really fall into a model that we can apply in almost any condition. And here are the 3 stories. What something is right now. If we were talking to a patient and they walked in, so this is what we're dealing with right now. Your knees are inflamed and they hurt. Or this is what we're dealing with right now. Based on the injury that you had in the motor vehicle accident and based on the posture changes that have occurred, this is what's going on today. That's a very compelling story. So your first story is what something is, what their pain is, what your process is, what your practice to your staff people. This is what we're doing in this building, and this is what we have to focus on today. That's a very compelling story. So that's the first one. The second story is what something will be. If we do this today, if we get you adjusted today, what will happen is this. So your first story, what something is. The second story, what something will be, right, in a short amount of time. And then we have our third story. Our third story is what something should be, not what something could be, what something should be. So it sounds like this. Look, based on the fact that you're getting spasms in the upper part of your neck, we know that you're in terrible pain and you're not sleeping well. We know we're up against that today. What we want to do is we want to de-stress those muscles. We want to fix the subluxations. We want to get the centers of gravity realigned in this postural program. That will allow you to decrease the inflammation and feel better. What should be happening is your body should be doing a lot of this on its own, because your body may not be designed to be healthy all the time, but it is designed to heal. And if you're not healing, something's got you stuck. So what do you say we take a look at what we can do today and how we can get you on a program to move you forward, to get you back where you should be, which is taking care of yourself. Those are 3 stories. Now, what if we translate this story into a staff conversation and we walk up and say, hey, so this is what's going on at the front desk. Every time we have more than 6 people per hour, we're seeing breakdowns in our systems. So let's make some decisions today, because that means that next week we'll be able to handle our volume a whole lot easier. We'll both be having more fun in the process. Now, what an office should be able to do is to process 12 people per hour without any system breakdown. That's what we should be able to do. So let's take the step today so we see the change next week, and then we move back towards what we should be able to do. So those are the 3 stories I want you to be thinking about. We use them when we're discussing a signature system. We use them when we're doing a report of findings. We use them when we're showing an intensive program or a high frequency program. We use them when we're talking about retention and supportive care programs, right? This is what's going on. When you walk through the door today, that's your first story. When we're talking in real time in a treatment room, that's the first story. This is what it is. Your second story? The second story has an arc. And the arc is that we're working towards this outcome. And then the third story is your moonshot. It's what's possible, right? It's what you should be if things work out. All right, my friends? So those are the 3 stories you need to be thinking about. Just learn them. 3 simple stories: what it is, what it will be, and what it should be. And all your conversations are going to get strong. I promise. It's relationship building in practice. And you can use it from anything from a simple front desk system, or how we answer the phone, or taking someone from a pain position onto a corrective care program. All right? I'll talk to you all real soon. Have a great week.